Chris Byrd, former two-time heavyweight champion.
He is the pride of Clinton, Michigan, the heavyweight no one wants to face, Chris Byrd.
Hi, I'm Chris Byrd with the Bird's Eye View. Today, I have two ladies here. They're boxing wives. I have Dee Kelley, who's Kevin Kelly's wife, former champion, former great fighter. And I have Crystal Dawson, Chad Dawson's wife, light heavyweight champion currently. And how you ladies doing?
Good.
Doing great.
Everything good. So I got questions from fans, you know, some questions about wives of boxers and what their mindset is 24 hours before a fight. What's the mindset? Are you worried? Are you in a panic? Are you scrambling for tickets? I mean, what's the mindset of the, because I know how my mindset is, so how you?
I kind of lead off of Kevin and see how Kevin's feeling. I kind of put him on like a schedule where he has to call his people and all the important people he wants to talk to before a fight, the night before the fight, not the day of the fight. And you know, we like to do shopping, we like to do relaxed things. He likes to change diapers. I don't like to take him away from the kids because he doesn't want to focus. Kevin,
before the fight.
Before the fight. If I try to go in and change a diaper, he wants to go in there and take over because he doesn't want to think about the fight. He wants to be like an everyday Joe. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to think, oh, you know, in 24 hours he's going to have this fight and he's got to think about it. He doesn't want to talk about the fight. We just go on with our normal day.
For real?
Yes.
We go on with our normal day. Chad is changing diapers, playing with the kids. He goes to rest, of course. I'm probably out shopping, but I'm still nervous because I forgot something. Somebody needs something before the fight, one of the kids. Chad may need his song for the fight or a pair of socks or something like that.
And that's what, I mean, that's what
so it's just like everything is in a panic.
Okay, but it's that calm for like Chad.
Chad is calm anyway, so we kind of leave him alone.
Yeah, but Kevin, he changing diapers.
He wants to change diapers. He wants to go shopping. He wants to go to the mall. He wants to make sure that my outfit's set for the fight. Yeah.
For real. So how is family? Like, you know, tickets and handling all that. How is the family, extended family, not your family at home? How is that, how you deal with that? With all the tickets and brothers, sisters, parents, cousins? Most of the time the wives deal with that. I know my wife dealt with a lot of that, trying to place everybody in, you know.
Yeah, well for us, usually it's the manager, but lately I've been getting the tickets and it depends on where the fight is because a lot of family, it depends on where the fight is to determine which family is coming and who needs a ticket. And of course, people come in last minute. Either they won't get a ticket or they get a ticket. I mean.
What about Kevin?
Well, I've been around for the last 17 of his last fights. So it's really basically just me, Kevin, and our two girls. Mm-hmm. So a lot of his family, he's the only child. So he has a mother and father, and they're in New York City. So when we're in New York fighting, they come. But if they're not in New York, they don't fly out. So it's just the Team Kelley, the Kelley's crew, and the kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky Kevin. He only got one, you're the only kid.
Or my brother likes to come out, and my sister, and I handle them like weeks prior, so I don't have to worry about it at the last minute. Because there's so much last minute things to do.
Yeah. What about Chad? I mean, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
Chad is one of 7.
I'm one of 8, so I know with family, you know, it gets kind of, you know, crazy and extended and friends and all that. I mean, the things you guys go through, I know it's difficult because I can relate as far as my wife, you know, scrambling around and doing stuff. But what boxer did you worried about the most that he was fighting? Was it any particular boxer that you, like before a fight, you like, man, I don't know if this going, I don't know. I mean, I know you believe in your man that he can win, but this is gonna be tough.
I never go into a fight. I always go in with a positive outlook. Like I always know that he's gonna do good regardless. And we pray about it and we talk about it before he fights. Toughest fight for me, I think, was Glenn Johnson.
Oh, okay. What about you, Dee?
Well, I would have to say Carlos Formoso Hernandez. After Kevin had his loss in New York, I thought he was done. He was like, I'm retired. We talked about it the night of the fight. So here, my mindset is he's retired now. And now I give birth weeks later with Promise, and while we're in the hospital room, his manager calls and says, I've got Formoso. So Formoso didn't want to fight us before the Pacquiao fight, and now you want to fight us after the Pacquiao fight. So he felt a little disrespected. So he wanted that fight in the worst way, and I didn't want it. So I actually made a thing to where that was the only fight I was going to miss because I was so nervous about the fight. And then I decided to fly in the day before the fight, not knowing that Tom, the manager, wasn't going to show up, or no one was going to show up. Everything was unorganized. So I had to show up the day before the fight with a 3-week-old baby and handle everything. And I knew everything was going to be fine when I seen his wife walk out the dressing room. When she came out, Veronica walked out, the look in her eye just made me know that, okay, we got this. We're good. We're going to be good.
We're going to do
We're going to do it. We're going to handle this, and it's going to be all good. We're coming out.
So what's the
I think it was another fight for me, just the last fight with Andre Ward. Not so much of what Chad did as far as in the gym and training, that aspect of it. It was for me just seeing him lose all of that weight. He lost like all of his muscle. He lost everything. It seemed like he was like losing his mind, and like, you know, people don't understand when you lose so much weight, that affects your mental ability as well.
Big time.
So like certain things I would talk to him about, it was like a different Chad. It wasn't like the Chad we know. The kids would want to play with them and do different things, and it wasn't like the same person. It was almost like you're talking to like a vegetable, because he was just sitting in the room, and he's not like that. I mean, he's quiet, but before that fight, totally different.
Wow.
He was like bones, and I'm like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? Everything, like his face was all indented. Everything was gone, and when he went into that fight, it was just different for me because I knew that he wasn't as strong as what he's normally like.
Yeah, so on the strength of
so that loss for me wasn't really a loss for me because that wasn't really him. You know what I mean? That wasn't him. So it wasn't like, people could say whatever they want to say, but I know my husband, and it's real with him. He goes in the gym, he trains hard, he works hard.
Fans don't understand that.
And people don't understand when you train and you lose so much weight and all your muscles gone, how are you gonna fight? You can't even think. You didn't even eat. Your everything is off.
Everything's gone.
Your balance off. Your mind is off. I can't even think. What am I supposed to throw now? A combination, a left hook. What am I supposed to do? I can't think.
Lost too much weight.
And people don't understand the reason why he said enough was enough. My sons are over there crying and screaming, and he's like looking out the ring at my oldest son. He's standing there screaming. If you look at the fight, you could tell he looked over at him and he was like, I'm done. And he'll tell you, like, he didn't want to fight anymore for what? I mean, it's over.
It's over. Have nothing left.
There's nothing else in me.
That's understandable. So,
I give him credit because he'll fight anybody. He'll go anywhere, and he's a true boxer to me. There's plenty of boxers out here that are champions and that are considered like have a huge following and a fan base, but they fight nobodies. He's fought the best of the best. And he gets like no credit, but we don't care. He's not about that. You know what I mean? Chad is different. He doesn't want to be like a huge, you know.
And he's still champion, which is great. Which is great. So on the strength of that, you don't consider that really a loss. And you know, the weight loss, I understand. How is the mindset after a loss though?
Oh, we don't talk about it.
Your mind, like, I know how I felt. I know how the boxers feel, you know, but how do the wife feel? I know how my wife, she was pretty down every time I lost. I mean, like, really down, and felt bad for me. But how you guys feel?
Well, I've been on that side too, because I fought pro. So when I've had a loss, my first loss shouldn't have been a loss, and I didn't know how to think or how to feel. Like, I looked towards Kevin as, you know, the advice, being a former champion, you know, how am I supposed to do this? I didn't have an amateur background. So, like,
but how about when Kevin lost, though?
The emotions
Is it different? is it different with you losing and then Kevin losing?
No, because I feel like we're one. So I feel like, you know,
That's
it's a
great.
team. We lost.
That's it. That's it.
He lost, I lost, we all lost. The family
Exactly.
lost.
You, the family. That's
Because
it.
remember, I mean, every fight, if you lose, it changes the whole dynamic of the family. Like, you know, it could have been like a different fight, and it ruins everything.
Yeah.
It
But
changes everything.
it's-
Friends, family, everything.
Yeah. A lot of people used to come around, don't come
They'll
around.
come around no
Right.
more.
And in a way, I'm like, yes.
In a way, it's good, right?
Yes, I love
You're
him.
like, okay.
But, you know, it's very sad. I don't talk to him. I let him come to me, and whatever he wants to say, then, you know, I come in for comfort. But I don't jump on it and say, you know, Kevin, how you feeling? So I just wait for him. I wait for his lead at all times.
Yeah. Same thing with me, but the 2 fights that he's lost, the first one was a headbutt. So I really don't consider like those type of things
Yeah.
a
Not
loss.
really
Like it
yeah.
wasn't, I don't consider that a loss.
Yeah.
But the last one was a little different because it was totally a different person, and everything that happened was just like,
Yeah. Especially with the weight loss.
yeah, it was just crazy to me, but it's all good.
Well, I wanna thank you, ladies. I mean, I really appreciate it. Talking about, you know, your side, how you feel, and your mindset of what your husbands go through, and what you went through as a boxer, because you box. And I thank you once again. Thanks a lot. This is
Thanks
the
for
Bird's Eye
coming.
View, and I'll see you next week where you see something new, something different, something special. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
No, nice meeting you. Thank you. Next week on the Bird's Eye View, we'll have Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, great trainer, great fighter.